Can you believe that used to be my house there where I grew up? One Saturday morning back in 1970, I was on the living room floor playing with my Migo Chips motorcycle, pretending I was Eric Estrada, catching the bad guys. And my sister came to me and said, "Do you want to have a look uptown?" So I said, "Yeah, sure." So I carefully packed away my Francis Llewellyn Ponchavello figure, put my duffel coat on, and went up the road to catch the buzz. Eventually we got into town, and this smashed up Superdrug behind me used to be the Tesco. We went in and I went straight to the toy section. When I was walking around, I saw a toy that was mind-blowing to me. One of the best toys I'd ever seen at that point in my entire life. It was almost like it was glowing. It was a Weeble castle, and I couldn't believe it. I'd actually got Weebles, but I hadn't got a castle for them. So I went to my sister and I politely asked her, I said, "Sue, can you get me this Weeble castle?" And she instantly said no. But I said to her, "I don't think you realise how much this means to me. I've got Weebles, but I want a castle for them." And again she said no. So I realised that's when it all fell apart, my entire 4-year-old world, and I was devastated. That's when I decided I've got to leave my family and go out on my own. They weren't going to hold me back anymore. As I looked over to my sister, she was laughing and joking with one of the cashiers. She was showing no remorse for what she was done. As she was now distracted, I realised it was now or never. I seized the chance to start my new life. I ran out of the building as fast as I could and down the street. Finally, it was free. I was going to make the decisions now. Things were going to be different. Oh yeah, by the way, the other week I was in a local pub and I rocked the joint with one of my classic performances. Now that the body is jumping, with the bass get dead and the beat is not pumping, to the Loch, to the pump, no bacon, flipping up seats, running around that bacon, burning up, get quick and nimble. I go crazy when I hear a similar hi-hat with the souped up tempo. I'm on a roll, it's time to go solo, rolling, and my vibe went over the rack, tucked down so the hair can't look. Killers on the snap out, windows to say hi. Did you stop? No, I just drove back, kept calm. We took to the next stop. I was a left. Now back to the story. After about 4 minutes, I regretted the decision. Where would I sleep? Where would I get money from? I needed to find my sister as quick as I could. So I went back to Tesco. She'd gone. Went to John Menzies. Still no joy. My sister Susan now was really starting panic. So she came to this Poundland, which back in the day used to be a Woolworths. And my other sister Kathleen used to be the manager. So Susan went in there. She said, "Kath, what can I do? I've just lost Dave." She says, "You better get out there now. You've lost your mum's favourite child, now go look for him." So Susan went to the old railway lines and started walking home with tears in her eyes. She knew my family would be really upset. I was just wandering around thinking to myself, what am I going to do? I'm going to be out here all night. I'll have to try and make myself a base or a tent or something. And so I was just like aimlessly just like thinking to myself, oh God, I'm really stuck here. And like I was probably crying in there. But then 2 20-year-old women came up to me and said, "Oh, little boy, where's your mum?" I said, "Oh, my mum's at home." I said, "Who do you come downtown with?" I said, "I come down with my sister, but she's just left me and she's gone back home." He said, "Oh, I'll have to try and take you back home or contact your mum. What's your phone number?" I said, "We haven't actually got a phone." She said, "Do you know your house number?" I said, "Yeah, it's 61. So then they said, "Okay, we'll try and get you back home then." Luckily, those 2 women helped me find my way home and I got home safely. Also was fortunate, my dad wasn't in, so I didn't get a severe beating. And I don't actually remember my mum being mad at me. I think she was just glad to get me back alive. But let's go check out some comments. Just thought I'd say, folks, never give up on your dreams, because in the last few weeks, I've seen one of my favourite bands, Sacred Reich. So remember, kids, one day you could see Sacred Reich too. Let's get that first comment on screen right now. This is from Gino Mazet. May you be locked away with only yourself in a padded cell, idiot. Well, it's funny though, because you know, talk about being in a padded cell shows something about my brain. When people mention stuff like that, all I can think about is certain movies. The first one that springs to mind is the light-hearted fun film, Scrooged. So let's get comment number 2 on screen right now. now. This is from Eric G.
Eric? You're gonna give the company to Eric?
Good old Eric G. Bit of Sunday night Loch. Not sure what I mean by that, but good to watch another video, Dave. Oh no, I've got into the habit of watching some of my favourite YouTubers. One of them named Lawn Boys Post. He does videos called Fat Friday, where he reviews fast food. So when it gets round to Friday, I'm like, whoa, hope he's done a video. I'll watch that. Comment number 3. And this one is by Ralik Resells. That can't be English you're speaking. One of the very many comments that talks about my voice and my accent, from the classic "oh, know about eubonics" to people thinking I'm from that Liverpool. But yeah, thanks for watching, and as always, keep it locked.
Thanks for watching The Legends of Cherry Hill. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and consider subscribing.